Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. So as I walk in the studio on a Monday to do the Daily Boost podcast, I'm feeling a little stuck. Well, not stuck in the sense that I'm just stuck in neutral, as a lot of people like to say. More like I'm stuck in the sand down at Daytona Beach about a mile from here. Or maybe stuck in the snow up in Minnesota, or heck, in Florida right now. Stuck. And over the years, I've learned to get unstuck, it takes a little bit of a vision. So we're going to talk about vision today. How are you? What's happening? Come on in. Some words, some wisdom, some wisecracks. Man, can you believe it's been 19 seasons of the Daily Boost trying to figure stuff out? And you know, the truth is, we should know a lot, we do know a lot, but there's always something new to figure out, and that's what we're going to talk about today. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. How are you? My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you. Welcome. Come on in the studio today. We'll learn you a few things today, too, and I'll try to hold back on the wisecracks just a little bit. Although people say, Scott, give me some more. Give me some more. You guys are crazy, but that's okay. We'll give them to you. I cannot believe how many downloads we get, how many downloads you are sucking down. How do you listen to all these podcasts? I don't even understand it, but I do appreciate it. So I'm going to make this a really good investment of your time today, if that's okay. I'll try the best I can. Before I start, I do want to tell you something. It's kind of cool. A lot of folks have asked me about my daily awareness diary that you hear me talking about. It's not an actual diary. It's more of a process than anything. It's a way to bring more awareness in your life. And they say, Scott, how do you do it? Can I get the template? Can you show me how this works? I teach it in my coaching programs, but I'll give you the template. Do you want the template? It'll get you started. And I think you can do a lot with a template. Just go to dailyawarenessdiary.com, download the template. There's a little instruction there for you as well. And then get to work. Do what I say to do, and then come back and tell me how it worked. Okay, dailyawarenessdiary.com. I think you're going to like it. How do I know that? Because a lot of people like it. That's what they've said to me. That's it. I'm not going to lie to you. Why would I do that? It's a podcast. You can't lie on a podcast. Or can you? We can edit that, okay? So a client of mine was having a little bit of an issue the other day. Have you ever been in that situation? You're working with your client and they're having an issue. It's like, how do I fix this for my client? Well, the problem is it was like, he said, she said kind of thing, because it was not only a problem with them, it's a problem with their client. They were having trouble solving something. They had a situation where a client was going into the next chapter of life. Have you been there before? I think most of us have. And there's a lot of chapters in life. If you're lucky enough, I mean, every book I read has about 15 chapters in it. So I'm hoping I have at least 15 chapters of my life. If you live long enough, and if you're alive now, you've lived longer than a lot of people. You're very lucky. So you're in whatever chapter you're on. There's always another chapter coming up. Now, in this case, he was going into a new chapter. I just clicked my watch on my coffee mug. I'm sorry. He was going into a new chapter of life that was from a good job to the goal, which on the other one we later found that was going to be retirement. So the trick was to figure out what was happening in the middle. Are you doing that? Maybe you have to go to school. You're going to get out of school, get a job. What are you going to do between here and there? I think this is a really normal thing that happens to all of us. Sometimes it's very small. Sometimes it's very large, but it happens all the time. In that area, that little middle ground is where the confusion comes. It's where you get stuck. It happens all the time. You got to figure that stuff out. And I have learned over time to get there. And this is what I taught him to do. And I'll give you that in just a second here. Let me tell you a quick story about how this kind of evolved. Years ago, for about 20 years, I ran a television and film production company in Orlando. I was in the production community. I was down at Universal Studios and down at Disney. Did the whole production thing. I just did the movie thing, right? That's what I did. And my job as a producer director was pretty simple stuff. It was to go find a client. The client would have a project. I would sit down at the conference table. Our team, their team would talk, and we'd figure out what their vision was. And together we'd create a vision that we had to carry through the production project. Now, if you run a business, if you run a family, if you run just about anything, it doesn't matter. You know that where you start and where you finish potentially it's not what you thought. It just happens, right? It's like, Mom, have you ever scheduled like a costume party and you told your husband, make sure you tell everybody this is a theme, wear your costume, but he didn't do it? Yeah, I know. How did I get that story? Maybe that's a personal story for me. If they show up, it's not a theme costume party, is it? So you have to carry the vision through it. Now, over the years, I would call this keeper of the vision. So that's you. It's keeper of your own vision for what you want to do in your life, your whole life, this week, next week, I don't care. You decide what it's going to be. You keep that vision. You hold on to it. Now, in my world, in the production world, it was vitally important. Now, why would that be important for me to, and you as well, to figure out what your vision is for the future? Maybe using a vision board, maybe using the vision board called your mind. I don't care what it is. Why would it be important for you to get that vision and to capture it? Well, the real simple truth is this: money. Okay, I said the word. It's outcome. It's payoff. In other words, we get to the end. In the production company world, what it came down to is this: if I didn't keep the vision, if I didn't keep all these multitude of people that I had working on my project in line and doing what we need to do to get the vision, I didn't get paid. That's not a good day for anybody not to get paid. So it's a business reference, but I think this applies to everything in your life. So I knew this was going on with his client. I knew we hadn't established enough of a vision, so we had to establish that vision. We had to create that about how he was going to be able to do that. So how would you create this vision? How would you make this work? How would you allow yourself to basically kind of put a magnet to pull you toward and get you out of where you're stuck? How do you do that?
Heat up your 4th of July at the Home Depot with our wide variety of grills under $300 and make every gathering one to remember. Give your outdoor space a glow up, whatever your budget is, with savings on seasonal plants starting at $5. With the grill fired up and your backyard set to perfection, you'll be able to invite friends and family over to kick off the party. Start celebrating with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Prices may vary by store. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
There's a couple simple steps we're going to do. The first one is you need to create a vision for yourself or somebody else. Now, all this means is you're going to brainstorm a little bit. You're going to kick around and say, what does this look like? Now, in my personal case, what I do is I test and validate. If I come up with an idea myself, I go, okay, what does that mean? You might want to write that down. If you have an idea, you say, what does that mean? If you can't describe what it means, it's not going to be in your vision. It's a vagary. Is that a name? Is that a word? Not really sure. I think it is. It's vague. So create your vision for yourself and test it a little bit to see if you understand what that means. And if you do understand it, it should instantaneously give you a picture in your mind. That's your vision. If you're doing it for somebody else, like I would do for my clients, you're going to ask them questions. They're going to give you an answer. Say, what does that mean? And keep repeating until you start to paint a picture of what the vision is. Now, here's what's going to naturally happen. Motivation is inspired by inspiration. When you paint enough of a picture, when you begin to see it in your mind, you begin to believe it in your heart, and you start to move toward it. That's what happens. That's why I want you to create it first. I know it's hard to do. It's a little weird, but you're doing it all the time. You might be driving down the road right now thinking, yeah, I got a vision. I just can't get to it. I get it. Here's how you do it. So create the vision first. Now, the second thing we want to do, we want to cast the vision. If you're a leader, if you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you own a business, if you're a teacher, a pastor, whatever, your job is to create the vision and cast it amongst the people, right? They're looking for a vision, a movement, if you will, to follow, a place to go, something that will move them. So you create it and you cast it. What if you're doing it for yourself? Can you cast it to yourself? You better believe you can. You can make a vision board. You can write it down, a description, and you can read that. You can record it. You can have your wife cast it back to you. You can talk to yourself. This is my vision. Create it and cast it. So if I were to go one more step on this, what would I do with this? Well, we talk often about holding space for yourself. And I said, become the keeper of the vision, didn't I? So we have now created a vision for ourselves or somebody else. We have tested it. We poked it around. We figured out exactly what works. And this is it. I get it. I love it. I'm excited. I cannot wait to do what I say I want to do. And since I'm the boss of me, I don't always do what I say I want to do, but this time it's going to be different. About our vision. We cast it out there. We cast it to our client, cast it to our kids, cast it to our wife. We say, hey, here's our vacation this summer. This is my vision. Boom. Everybody now knows what it is. Everybody's on board. You hold on to that vision and you just keep tweaking. And every single thing you do between now and reaching that vision has one purpose: to align with a step that will get you closer to what you want. If it doesn't fit taking you closer to where you want to go, if it doesn't fit the vision you have in your head, then you need to move on to something else because it's not good for you. And you already know that. Well, all right. Hey, do me a favor. You can go to dailyawarenessdiary.com. You can grab that template I have for you. And if you'd like to chat with me, an easy way to do it if you're a Facebook person, and you should be, just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. It'll take you right to our page.